Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name is Amanda, and in this video we are having a look at words versus vibrations when it comes to manifesting. So this question was put to me about manifesting an SP. When somebody says use vibrations rather than words to manifest a specific person, what do they mean? So from my own interpretation and how I am understanding what this person might have meant when they said to use vibrations rather than words means that you don't have to be so specific on the word. So let's say, for example, you are manifesting a specific person and you have an affirmation and you are just saying love, 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 I'm in a relationship, love, 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 I'm in a relationship. And maybe that's your affirmations. And maybe when the person said use vibrations, they meant that there are so many different words that you can say in relation to what it is that you are manifesting. So for example, I'm in a relationship, this person loves me, we are having a great time together, we're enjoying each other's company, I'm in love with this person's in love with me. And then you kind of go on a little bit of a rampage, which ends up creating a vibration maybe quicker because you are thinking about all of the different ways in that moment of time of what it means to be in a relationship with that person. So what I want to point out here is the thought comes first. Nothing comes before the thought. So the thought has to come first to create the vibration. Now, I want to talk about robotic affirmation to explain this. So when, let's say, for example, you have one affirmation that you are saying to yourself for a couple of days over and over and over and over and over again, it doesn't matter if you don't feel that affirmation because the thought is an electric magnetic impulse in your brain, which is changing the neurons in your brain over a period of time of affirming this one thought. So over a few days of affirming this one thought, even if it's just robotic affirming and you are feeling nothing when you are saying it, it's going to manifest whether you're feeling anything or not, because it is the thought that is creating the electromagnetic impulse, but also that is how it creates the vibration within your body. So your body starts to believe what it is that you are telling it. Your subconscious mind begins to become impressed with the thought regardless of what you are feeling, and this is how then it becomes a vibration into the whole field and universal field that we are in, and then it attracts it into your reality. So even if you are not feeling vibrations or anything within your body, it's still manifesting because you continue to think about it. It's your dominant thoughts that create, and it will always be your thoughts that create. From my own interpretation, when we manifest vibrationally, it's only because we keep thinking a thought over and over and over again, or because we have a really, really, really great self-regulated nervous system that our body believes we are in a different environment. So I'm going to go back into self-regulation here for a second. I know I keep talking about it so much, but it really is one of the fastest ways to manifest in your reality. The reason for this is because, as I posted in my community tab the other day, Saj Guru was saying that we have a lot of emotions within our body and a lot of memories of the past within our body, and we're elevating over those emotions and out of the 3D that we are currently experiencing through our body, through our thoughts, we are telling our body that we are in a different environment. So over a period of time of telling your mind and your body that you are this person, this is how you emit the vibration and you attract everything to you. So it begins with the thought, and it'll always begin with a thought. But when we have a great self-regulated nervous system, we have released a lot of emotional trauma that we may not even have been aware of. And even if we are not affirming for anything, or we're not manifesting or anything like that, the more self-regulated your nervous system is, you are emitting that vibrational energy even unknown to yourself, and you're still going to be attracting everything into you. And this is what meditation is all about as well too. So if you look at Dr. Joe Dispenza's work there, and he talks about the meditation, he is saying that we are taking the mind out of the body. And what that means is we are releasing the emotions from the past and the trauma from the past, from how our body usually reacts in environments and in circumstances that are undesirable to us. So when you are elevating in consciousness and you are using your affirmations and you are doing it in this way, your mind becomes becomes more clearer because it's the focus on the thought. However, if you are someone who just wants to do the meditations and the self-regulation, then that is fine as well too, because you are teaching your body to come out of that circumstance as well too. So circumstances that pop up that may have got a reaction out of you before don't get the same reaction once you are somebody who is keeping up all of these practices with your self-regulation and with keeping your thoughts optimistic and keeping your thoughts focused on the desired result. Because as I say, you are elevating over your 3D circumstances and you are becoming this person who has everything that you want. So everything that you desire is, you could basically say, it's in a different dimension, in a reality that is in the fourth dimension. And if we are 3D dimensional beings, then we have to find a way to connect to that fourth dimension to experience everything that we want. And how we do that is through our affirmations, and it's through the self-regulation of our body. So I wanted to clarify that question for the person who asked me about the difference between manifesting a specific person or anyone. It's all the same. Manifesting money, manifesting relationships, jobs, everything that you are manifesting in your life is attracted to you. And it comes in the form of opportunities and things like that you may not have been aware of before you got into manifestation, because you weren't aware of keeping your thoughts on things that you want to experience, and you weren't aware of doing self-regulation and things like that to kind of to overcome everything that is in your environment and to live in that kind of fourth dimensional kind of being where you are connected to the people, places and things that you are desiring to experience in your life. So when we are manifesting, understand that it is always the words that come first. So it's never about getting into a vibrational kind of feeling to manifest, because we are vibrational beings, and we do want to continue, like when we manifest things into a reality, we want them to be consistent. And yes, there is a certain level of vibrational matching that's going on in this universe, but how we get there is through the self-regulation. Because if we are somebody who is dominantly thinking in our favor, and if we are somebody who is doing self-regulation, and then we have a day that is, let's say for example, not so good, we're not feeling good, our thoughts are kind of spiraling a little bit, that's going to be okay, because it's not dominant. It's kind of like a day that we are just having, and we can understand that as we elevate more in consciousness and become aware of it, and we're able then to tell ourselves that that's all it is, because because we're aware of it. And we're able to tell ourselves that it's just a day that we're having, and we know that that's all it is. And then the next day we'll be back in our thoughts and back on our self-regulation. That's how we manifest then continuously in our life, because before we were not aware of our thoughts and our feelings being just what they are, that we thought that they had power over us. And so this is where the spiraling would come in. If we have a bad day, then it goes into another day, because we're not aware of self-regulation, we're not aware of keeping our thoughts positive, we are not aware that we are not this mind and not this body, that we are simply just an awareness. Because that was how it was before we got into the manifestation. But now that we are into the manifestation era, and we're becoming more aware of everything in our reality, that is why we are able to continuously attract what it is that we want into our life, and then to continuously experience it in our life as well too. So I am going to end this video here, but I want to end it with the knowing that it is the thoughts that are always going to create. It all begins with our thoughts. Everything is created from our thoughts. If you think of your thought as an electric magnetic impulse, because that is what it is, and it is the energy that is coming behind the vibration. So it is kind of creating the vibration within us. Now, if you are someone who is not into affirming or doing thoughts as well too, obviously visualizations are great as well too, but it's still all in your imagination that is creating this vibrational way of being. So when somebody says to think of yourself as that person, or let's say, for example, imagine yourself as that person, you're going to have all of these images and everything in your mind, and that is what is creating the vibration of you becoming that person. But I'm going to leave this video here. The reason why I talk about self-regulation is because you do get there faster with the self-regulation, because your body is more calm, and it's showing up in ways that is non-reactive to circumstances that you may have reacted to before. So I'll leave that video there, and I will chat to you soon.